Yeah, my glorious people. I hope you are doing well. Today's session is about how we cope with stress and anxiety. I know it's a really big word now, really quite two big words, very important topic to me, especially because I know that it's something that young people all over the country and all over the world speak about, how they feel great amounts of stress and great amounts of anxiety just on their day-to-day basis, let alone with how the world's been in the past few months. So let's talk about it, because I really want you to find ways in order to not just cope with it, but be able to alleviate and let go of some of that stress that you have, regardless of what's going on in your life, regardless who you think you are, who you think you should be, how other people are living. I want you to be able to grab a hold of those two words and really realize what they are. So, stress and anxiety, of course, can be triggered by lots of different things, experiences. I know that they can induce anything from sweating or not being able to speak, maybe headaches. Sometimes people have even collapsed. I've had young people collapse in front of me because they felt so much stress and anxiety. Things like exams can bring it on and trigger it. Stuff like arguing with other people, bullying, even just little things like walking out the door or dealing with lots of people. And the stress of course, the pandemic now and going out into shops or just walking down the road and maybe being too close to someone. Today, I want you to start thinking about and asking yourself questions about what is setting me off, what is the kind of ignition to when I feel like I can't cope with a situation. That's probably one of the best questions you can always ask yourself. What is my trigger? All right. What is making me feel a certain type of way that usually stops me in my tracks, makes me breathe a little harder, makes me think a little bit differently. It's kind of that fight or flight stuff. What is making me fight at the moment? Because when you start pinpointing what it is that sets you off, then you can start finding solutions, because that's what it's all about, really, finding solutions and tips that can make you feel a little bit better about your situation. So with me, anytime that I have any stress, because we all suffer from stress, life can be stressful, work can be stressful, the work that I do can be incredibly stressful, especially if I'm in a room and the kids aren't really getting it, or when I used to work in the corporate world, I'd have tight deadlines that would make me stress. I remember just one time just sitting at my desk just crying, because that's what stress and anxiety can cause. You just cry because I didn't know what to do. I just felt so cornered. So I want you to start thinking about what you can do in order to start slowly, because it's not a fast thing. Stress and anxiety can last for years, so it's a slow movement. So for me, whenever I am stressed or will have anxiety, I always try and breathe deeply. I'm such a fan of yoga and Pilates and anything that just makes me grasp the moment, really take those seconds to take in the moment and really see what's happening here and take it step by step. I also realize that in my moments of stress, I always think about, all right, again, who can I talk to or what can I listen to? Maybe there's someone in my family environment that can maybe not even just talk to, maybe just stand close and hold their hand, or them talk calmly to me. Maybe there's a friend that I listen to, or an influencer who does anything that helps me or talks about stuff that helps me feel a little bit calmer in my situation, because we all go through things, and sometimes having someone just talk or soothe us, or a piece of music. Whenever I'm feeling down, then I'll listen to some crazy gospel song or Drake, or just anything that makes me feel so much calmer. So think about that. So I think we're realizing that this time is a big ball of stress. I think sometimes we see our parents a little bit stressed, especially about money or working or being furloughed. So there's lots of things going on there. Going back to school is going to be stressful, I know. College, university. So let me just break down a few other things. Those are the kind of simple things that I do, but these are the things that you can do. All right. My tips and tricks for making sure that you stay really focused on feeling better. Because remember, I will say this in every video that I do, always monitor your feelings. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling not so good. So once you start there, you can start thinking about, now, what can I do in order to make me feel a little bit calmer? Maybe slightly more positive about the situation or experience that I'm having. Where can I kind of see how it's going to benefit me? Because we always need to remember that sometimes our fear can be a really great motivator, or stress can be a great motivator for getting us out of a comfort zone, maybe learning to feel a little bit more confident about things, and also looking at life with a different perspective, and kind of, just the simple things really that we can do, like staying healthy, eating well, get into a habit and a routine that will work for us. Also realizing that, when you do something regularly and put it into your day, it really changes everything. So if you're feeling stressed, at 2:00 you're going to have your cup of tea, or you're going to go out for a walk. So that's a really great one. I always exercise and go for a walk, enjoying this nature. One of my young people was talking about sensory experience. So touch the flowers. Well, just as long as they're not in anybody's garden. All right. Be at one with nature. It's the summertime now, so I hope this isn't outdated on a video. Go out, experience the sunshine on you, drink water, learn a new practice, maybe do a TikTok video, do something that will settle or alleviate how you're feeling. Because in life, we're going to be met with lots of challenges, lots of uncomfortable situations, maybe a bit of trauma, stuff that we all have to deal with as human beings, because we know being a human is not easy. So I want you to just think about how you can start making everything that is stressful and gives you anxiety, and finding a positive and a new way of looking at it and trying to handle it, because you have the stuff in you. Any problem that comes into your life, you can handle it. So as I said, Effie says, go for it. You are Generation Shine. All right. Whoever listens to this, it's your generation. All right. And I want you to realize that you can really, really do new things in your life. Grasp hold of that fear, alleviate that stress and anxiety, and know in your heart that the moment will pass, because it always passes, and there is a new day. All right. Okay. Have a good day. Focus on the positive, and we'll speak again next week. See you then, people. Yeah. Mwah.